Let's say that you're someone who has no debts except a small car payment every month, and your mortgage. You have a steady income, and your bills aren't anything above average. But somehow, you're still living paycheck to paycheck. While you may be confused, Dave Ramsey has a simple solution to solve your problem, and we'll show you that in this video. Number 1. A written detailed budget. The first step to getting away from living paycheck to paycheck is to make sure you have a written and detailed budget. It's important to make it as detailed as possible so that you can get the best understanding of your current financial situation. That means adding up every source of income you generate and every single expense. For example, if you're looking to add up your income and have a side hustle and a regular job, then you need to add both of them together. For expenses, make sure that you have every single payment that goes out of your bank account. Things like electricity, mortgage, car payments, phone bill, subscriptions, etc. It's best to go into your bank account and see how much you're spending on any given purchase. Also, make sure to keep track of what payment categories you're making purchases in and how much you're spending. Number 2, find out where you're bleeding the most money. After you've finished your written and detailed budget, you'll want to do a serious and objective look through your budget to see where you're spending the most money. If you have a good income and you aren't paying many debts and you're still living paycheck to paycheck, then you'll see exactly why that's the case when you scan through your budget. The most common place to spend lots of money is either on entertainment or on takeout and groceries, so make sure to look out for this when you're scanning your written detailed budget. Number 3, make sure you know where your money is going. When you understand where most of your money is going, it's time to detail your budget and prevent any more spending. The first step is to cut back on any expenses in your budget that are taking up room unnecessarily. For example, if you notice several unused subscriptions, you can cancel them to lower your monthly spending. Number 4, figure out your monthly allowance. When you've gone through your entire budget and got rid of any fixed expenses, it's time to limit the variable expenses. The way to do this is to set a specific amount of money you can spend for every category on your budget. For example, if you have a category that's personal spending, you could set that to $150 as your monthly limit. When you've gone through the entirety of your budget and set your specific allowance for each category, add up the amounts for all the categories and see how much your allowance is every month. And since you have specific spending in each category, you can keep track of it with every purchase you make so that you don't go over budget. For example, a typical way of going through your budget every day is to update it whenever you make a purchase. For example, if you spent $50 on gas at some point during the day, and your budget says you have a maximum of $250 you can spend, then you would simply subtract $50 from your allowance, leaving you now with $200, or how much you can still spend during the month on gas. Number 5, update and fix your budget. As you go through the month, you may notice that you've under or overshot specific areas of your budget, and that's totally fine. If it's like that for the first 3 months, you'll have to revise your budget to make it fit your lifestyle and allow you to save. For example, you may find that you only spend $100 on entertainment, but you've left yourself an allowance of $200. You also notice that you've only been spending $100 for the past 3 months. However, when you look at your takeout bill, you see that you've overshot your $150 by an extra $50, bringing you up to $200. After realizing this, you make the changes in your budget, only leaving $100 allowance for entertainment and $200 for takeout. Number 6, watch your spending at the grocery store. You may have a preconceived notion as to how much you're spending at the grocery store, but you're likely to be wrong. Chances are it'll be much more than you expect. So when you're creating your first budget, make sure you fund more than you expect for your grocery section. For example, if you think you spend $400 a month, write down $650 just to give yourself an error margin. This way, you'll avoid feeling bad that you overspent on your groceries, and you'll also have a more realistic budget. After some more experience with creating and following budgets, you'll get a better idea of how much you spend at the grocery store on average, allowing you to make the right changes. Number 4, communicate with your significant other. If you're the one who manages the finances in your family, then it's very important for everyone involved to be on the same page. That means your significant other should have their own copy of the budget, so they know and understand exactly how much they're allowed to spend every month in any given category. It also means that they need to be updating the budget with their own purchases as well. If you don't keep your significant other up to speed with the budget, then they'll simply continue to live as they've always been, ruining your budget plan and keeping you from saving. The best way to make sure you and your partner are always on the same page is to take the time to write the budget together. This way, you both can learn and have the same experience with the budget at the same time.